What up? It's Raphael with NBA Draft Junkies. I wanted to thank each and every person that has watched my videos, subscribed to my channel, and even left comments. What I wanted to do today was ask you some questions. What I'm curious to know is there still a European bias about draft prospects? And the reason I'm asking this question is because when I posted my video, my mock draft, the two players that had the most, I guess I don't want to say negative feedback, but it seems like the two players that have the biggest divide amongst, the fans or the people who are interested in draft stuff are Deni Avdija and Killian Hayes. It seems like there's a pretty big divide on them. I know when I post videos on those two prospects, they do pretty well as far as views. I feel like most of those views are coming from either France or Israel or in Europe. But it seems like the Americans have a lot of doubts about their games. Now, I could be totally off base here, but my question is there still a American bias towards American players over European players? I remember 2 years ago, I was pretty high on Luka Doncic. I thought that he was going to be a phenomenal player. He was someone that I saw in Europe. I had lived in Istanbul the year before he won Final Four MVP, and I had a chance to watch him. I thought he was, I put it like this. I knew that he was going to be a very, very good NBA player. I may not have thought that he was going to be as successful as he is today, but I did not have any doubts about how his game would translate to the NBA. Well, I remember talking to my friends about it and talking to just different people, and they said, oh, he's too slow. He won't be able to do this. The athletes in Europe aren't like the athletes in the NBA. And it was just a lot of doubt about his game. Well, he has proven a lot of people wrong. I think it was a 2015 draft when the Knicks drafted Porzingis, the fans booed. And so I'm wondering, did they get a chance to really watch his highlights or his film, or was he booed because he wasn't a name that they really recognized? Well, he ended up being a stud, and in my opinion, if you did a redraft of the 2015 NBA draft, he goes no lower than 3. I mean, I would probably take him number 2 behind Karl Anthony Towns. So with all that being said, why is there such a divide on Killian Hayes and Deni Avdija? Is there a divide with Killian because everyone likes LaMelo Ball because he's a name that has basically been in the news since he was 14, 15 years old? And it just really makes me wonder if Killian Hayes was born in the U.S., even though technically he is half American. I think he was born in the States. But if he was born in the U.S. and he was someone that we had known for years, and you take the same exact player in LaMelo Ball, and LaMelo played in France, would there be such a divide over who's better? Because, and I've already said it, that I have Killian Hayes ranked ahead of LaMelo on my list. It's not a shot at LaMelo, and I know I'm in the minority here. I think there's a couple other people. I know The Ringer, for one, has Killian pretty high. But I wonder, again, if Killian was someone that played AAU ball, who we had known for years, would he be ranked higher than Melo if their roles were reversed? And as far as Deni Avdija, he's a guy that I'm also high on, obviously. I have him going 6th on my mock draft board, which, again, the mock draft that I put out is not based off of anything but the records and the Tankathon standings. It's not based off of trade scenarios, yada, yada, yada. It's just based off the records that I had and then what I thought how each player fit. There's a lot of people who do not believe in his game. And there are American players who I feel like have bigger holes in their game and more question marks, but they're not receiving the same negative feedback. So I'm asking you, I want you to comment on this video and leave your thoughts, and I'll do my best to try to reply to each and every one of you. In your opinion, why is there such a divide between Killian Hayes and Deni Avdija and the American prospects? And in your opinion, do you think it has anything to do with American bias, or is it just strictly a basketball thing? Let me know, and I'll get back to each and every one of you. Thanks again for checking out my channel. I really appreciate it. The numbers are going up, and my goal is to just bring you the best NBA draft content on the internet. I want the best draft content, period. YouTube, internet, Twitter, whatever. So thank you for everybody that's watched and subscribed, and until next time.